A few years back, I was completely lonely and had no friends, while the other guys in my class were getting friends upon friends. I got really angry at these people because I didn't know what they did differently to me while I was struggling finding friends. So I coped by downplaying them, and I was really jealous. So I built up a lot of hate inside of me. And after living 2 years like this with all of this hate, resenting these guys, I actually realized that I'm the problem. That people don't want to be friends because of me, because of the hate. Like, you wouldn't want to be friends with a hateful guy either, would you? So the first of these mistakes could be that you are self-centered. You only care about yourself and don't take into account what the other guys might feel, what they might think, what they might want. Imagine you were just talking about yourself all the time. There was this woman on an event I went to my father with, and she just wouldn't stop talking about her holidays. And she talked and talked while we were just standing there out of place. And we were feeling really uncomfortable, of course. So that could be one mistake you're making. Another mistake you could be making is that you unconsciously play down the achievements of other people. Like, imagine if you just talked about your achievements, what you have done yesterday that you are really proud of. And then the other guy also says, oh yeah, I've actually done that. And you say, oh, yeah, I hear that as well. Then you make him feel small and unimportant. Don't ever make people small and unimportant if you want them to like you. That's one note you have to keep in mind. Don't downplay the others when they talk about what they are proud of. Actually encourage them to talk even more about it, because they are quite attached to this topic and they would like to speak more about it. Try to make the other person say as much as possible about what they want to say. And after that you can jump in and also tell about yourself and your achievements, while not making the achievements of the other one smaller. The third mistake you could be making is that if people talk about something passionately, you talk bad about it or give too little interest. For example, if someone's learning the piano, you could either be saying, oh, that's great that you picked up the new hobby. It's great that you learn an instrument. Or you could say that it's a waste of time because only people that begin in their childhood will be going good at piano. And you see, one is encouraging, the other one is really downplaying it. Do you get what I'm saying? Always try to make the other person feel important. Every person wants to feel important, so also make them feel important. With humility. Leave yourself out of the conversation. You're not important right now, the other person is important. The fourth mistake is arguing, believing that you're right and are not willing to change your point of view. In an argument, someone will always get emotional, one of you two guys, because people don't argue about things that are unimportant. They talk about things, they argue about things that are important to them, that they want to kind of fight for. And they do in an argument. And if you've ever argued with someone that's like a stone wall, you just talk and talk to them without them understanding your point of view. It's one of the worst things that can happen in an argument, even worse than losing it, to be honest. So try to avoid arguments, and if you get into an argument, try to understand the perspective of the other person as well as you can. Try to understand and try to listen. The fifth mistake you could be making is that you seem uninterested in conversations. So a few years back, I had a friend which wasn't really my friend. I had talked to him quite for some time, quite to some things I was really passionate about, right? And the guy, when I talked to him, he was just kind of zoned out and like, this. And Of course, I felt bad because he didn't listen to me and I was trying to convey points. Try to get a recommendation for what we're going to do in 2 days for our friend meetup with 3 other guys. And he was just zoning out, not even listening to me. Nobody wants someone that doesn't listen to them. Everybody wants to be listened to, right? So be that guy. Be that guy who listens. Be that guy who seems interested in a conversation, that just tunnel visions on the conversation rather than looking around everywhere kinda hasty because he's bored and now he's in a rush. He wants to do something more stimulating than this conversation. Just take your time. Try to make the other person feel as if they were important right now. Because will these 2 minutes really impact that much of your day? Also, don't interrupt people when they are speaking. This seems like a common sense thing, but still some people do it. You know, I have some... I actually don't want to admit this, but there's a guy in my class that I tried to get his attention when we were doing partner work, like in class, but I always call his name and he talks to his friend, like I'm getting completely ignored. And this makes me feel really unheard, really bad, really small. So listen to the others, and even if you hear them and you can't talk to them right now, do something like, yeah, 1 second, and then they know that they've been gotten hurt and there's time for them soon. Maybe you see some of those habits in you and hopefully you try to fix them after this video. I really hope this gives you some value. Also, please share this with a guy that might need it, and I'll see you soon.